So why is it that some people just seem to build wealth so easily, while most of us feel like we're just stuck in place? Well, today we're going to break down the hidden reasons why a staggering 90% of people fail to get rich, and more importantly, how you can join the 10% who actually do.
You know that feeling, right? You're just scrolling through your phone and bam, there it is. A friend with a brand new car, someone else on this incredible vacation. Feels like everyone's got this perfectly polished life and you're just kind of stuck. And that feeling, it's real. It's a heavy burden, and honestly, a lot of us carry it around in silence.
But what if I told you that most of what you see online is, well, it's just a stage play? Seriously. That person posing in front of some fancy house, they might be totally on the verge of collapse financially. Meanwhile, the person with deep, strong roots is the one who's actually secure. So that's what we're going to do now. Explore this massive gap between just looking rich and actually being rich. All right, so first up, the illusion of wealth. Let's really pull back the curtain here and figure out how our brains get so easily tricked, how we end up confusing all those shiny objects of success with the real foundation of financial freedom. And this quote it absolutely nails it. That fragile foundation it's talking about, you know what that is for most people? It's credit card debt. It's all those buy now, pay later traps. Sure, it creates this image of wealth, but what's really going on behind the scenes is just a mountain of stress. It traps you in this endless cycle just trying to keep up appearances.
I love this analogy. Think of your finances like this awesome, shiny motorcycle. We get obsessed with the paint job, right? The designer clothes, the latest phone, all the stuff that looks good. But real, true wealth, that's the engine. It's the stuff under the hood you can't see. Your cash flow, your savings rate, your investments. That's the stuff that actually gets you somewhere, long after that shiny new feeling wears off.
So, okay, if chasing the image is just the symptom, then what's the actual disease? Let's get into it. We're going to expose the fatal financial mistakes. I'm talking about the everyday habits that are quietly sabotaging our futures, a lot of times without us even realizing it.
And look, this isn't just some random list. It's a domino effect. Think about it. It all starts with chasing an image. That forces you to ignore your cash flow, because you have to, right? And that stress, it leads to procrastination, because the whole problem just feels way too big to even start fixing. And all the while, those tiny little small leaks, the daily coffees, the subscriptions you forgot about, they're just slowly sinking the whole ship.
Okay, listen up, because this might be one of the single most important definitions in all of finance. Seriously, forget everything you think an asset is. A true asset is basically a money-making machine. It's something you own that works for you, putting more cash into your pocket, even when you're sleeping or on vacation. And then on the flip side, you've got burdens. And these are the tricky ones, because they love to pretend they're assets. That fancy car? Yeah, unless you're an Uber driver or something, it's not an asset. Its payments, the insurance, the repairs, they are constantly sucking money out of your pocket. It's a weight holding you down, not a wing lifting you up.
And that old saying, small leaks sink big ships, it is the perfect way to think about our day-to-day spending. I mean, think about it. You'd never ignore a giant hole in your budget, right? Of course not. But we're constantly waving away the small stuff. That daily coffee, the subscription you forgot you had, that impulse buy on Amazon. But add it all up, over a year, those small leaks can drain thousands, and I mean thousands, from your account.
Okay, so we've gone through the mistakes, we see the traps. Now let's shift gears and talk about the solution. It's all about adopting a wealthy mindset. And don't worry, this isn't about some super complex spreadsheets. It's about understanding a few simple but incredibly powerful rules of money that the wealthy live by. So here's something you need to understand. Whether you realize it or not, every single dollar you save is fighting a silent battle. There's this invisible enemy, a hidden force that's constantly working against you, trying to devalue your hard-earned cash.
And what is that enemy? It's inflation. It's the simple reason why $100 today just won't buy you the same amount of stuff in 5 or 10 years. It really is a silent thief. And if your money is just sitting in a bank account, it's losing the battle every single day.
And you can see that silent thief right here, in action. The same amount of money buys less and less and less over time. This is exactly why just saving money isn't enough anymore. Leaving your cash in a low-interest account, it's literally like having a team of employees and telling them to just sit around and do nothing while they get weaker and weaker every single day. So this brings us to a huge mindset shift. This is one side of the coin, the consumer mindset. It's all about asking, what new thing can I buy? It's focused on spending, on instant gratification, on using money to get stuff for fun. And look, it's a totally natural way to think.
But here is the game changer. This is the powerful shift. The producer mindset focuses on creating value. It asks a totally different question. What problem can I solve? What skills do I have that can help someone? Because true, lasting wealth, it's built by generating value for other people, not just by consuming things for yourself.
And this is where your greatest, and I mean your greatest, superpower comes into play: time. Just think of it like rolling a tiny snowball down a huge hill. At first, your small, consistent actions, saving a little bit, investing, learning a new skill, they feel insignificant. But as you keep rolling that ball, it picks up more and more snow, it gets bigger, it moves faster, until it becomes this massive, unstoppable force. That, my friends, is the magic of compounding.
All right, enough with the theory. How do we actually do this? How do we make it real? Let's get super practical right now and lay out the exact blueprint you can use to start building genuine financial strength, like the second this is over.
So your blueprint has 3 core phases. First, you got to do an honest mindset audit. Ask yourself, really, am I buying this for my own growth, or am I buying it for likes? Be honest. Second, automate your discipline. Come on, use technology. Set up automatic transfers to save and invest, so your willpower doesn't even have to be part of the equation. And third, this is a big one, enter a phase of silence. This means you stop posting about your journey. You stop telling everyone your plans. You just put your head down and focus all your energy on building. Because real wealth, it's built in quiet, not for an audience.
And here are the foundational habits. These are pretty much non-negotiable. You need an emergency fund. That's your financial shield against chaos. You have to invest from the neck up. Investing in your skills will give you the best return, period. You need to create another income stream, more than one. And this is tough, but as your income grows, you have to fight that urge to inflate your lifestyle. And finally, always protect your reputation. It's an asset you can't put a price on.
So, every single day, this is the choice you face. And here it is, laid out plain as day. On one side, you have a growth purchase, like a course to learn a new skill. That's an investment in your future. On the other side, you have a validation purchase, like a designer bag. That just gives you a short-term high and loses value the second you walk out of the store. One opens up new opportunities for you, the other is basically a financial dead end.
And let's just be crystal clear about what the end game is here. This is not about just having a giant pile of money to swim in. It's not about hoarding. The real goal, the ultimate prize, is freedom. The freedom to choose what you work on, the freedom to control your own time, and maybe most importantly, the freedom to not panic every time life decides to throw you a curveball. So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. I want you to start thinking of every dollar you have as an employee that works for you. So the question is, are you putting your employees to work? Are they out there 24/7 generating more value for you, or are they just sitting around sleeping on the job, getting weaker every single day? Ultimately, the choice is yours.